In the heart of the Mekong Delta, a French archaeologist digs deep into the mud of the OCEO site. He pulls out something impossible. A tiny gold pendant, no bigger than a coin, stamped with a Roman emperor's profile. But this isn't money. It feels rough, handcrafted. A small loop at the top tells you someone once wore it proudly. How on earth did a Roman emperor's face end up here thousands of miles from the Mediterranean, deep in ancient Vietnam? This is the story of one small piece of gold that crossed the known world. It's not just a treasure hunt. It's proof that the ancient globe was far more connected than we ever imagined. Let's travel back to the 1940s. World War II is tearing through Southeast Asia. French Indochina is in chaos, yet archaeologist Louis Malloret refuses to stop. In the southernmost tip of Vietnam, at a place long suspected to be the legendary port of Malloret and his team expand their excavations. The site is Oseopata of the powerful early kingdom the Chinese called Funan. What they uncover is astonishing. Beads, gems, Indian religious icons, and, most jaw-dropping of all, these gold pendants, clearly modeled on Roman coins. One thin sheet copies a coin of Emperor Antoninus Pius from around 152 AD. Another thicker, one-sided piece mimics a coin of Commodus from about 192 AD. These aren't Roman originals shipped straight from Italy. They're local Southeast Asian creations, beautiful imitations, turned into wearable status symbols. So here's the big question that still gives historians chills. If no Roman ship ever docked in Vietnam, how did the emperor's face travel all the way here? The answer lies in the greatest trade network the ancient world ever knew, the Maritime Silk Road that stitched Rome, India, and Southeast Asia together like a golden thread. Picture this. It's the 2nd century AD, the golden age of the Roman Empire under Antoninus Pius. In the imperial mints of Rome, skilled craftsmen are working late into the night. Molten gold is poured into blanks, dies carved with the emperor's stern. Laurel crown profile are slammed down with a hammer's crack. A new aureus is born, Chevalier, trusted and ready to travel. These coins weren't just money. They were portable power. Soldiers received them as pay. Merchants used them in massive state contracts. And once they left the emperor's treasury, they entered the wild river of private trade. Our imaginary aureus, let's follow one that looks exactly like the OCEO pendant, starts its journey on the dusty roads, leading to Rome's great ports, Ostia and later Portus, the massive harbor complex built by Emperors Claudius and Trajan. From there, it sails across the Mediterranean. 10 to 14 days of wind and waves later, it reaches Alexandria in Egypt, the beating heart of Rome's eastern trade. Alexandria is a buzzing international melting pot. Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Jews, Arabs, all haggling in crowded warehouses. Here, our coin stops being strict Roman currency. It becomes something even more valuable. Pure, recognizable gold with a trusted face of the emperor. Perfect for high-stakes deals. The merchant who now holds it isn't heading back to Italy. He's loading grain for the return trip to Rome. But he's also negotiating the next leg. Luxury goods from the East, spices, silks, pearls, incense. He swaps the aureus for a fresh cargo contract. The coin changes hands again. From Alexandria, the real adventure begins. Caravans and small ships carry it down the Nile. Then across the desert, the Red Sea, Ports Myos, Hormuz, or Bernice. Roman sailors catch the monsoon winds and plunge into the Indian Ocean, a route mapped out in the famous 1st century merchant handbook, the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. First stop, the incense ports of southern Arabia, modern-day Yemen. Here, frankincense and myrrh perfume. The air, Roman gold is weighed, admired, and traded for aromatics that will fuel temples back in the empire. Our coin moves east once more, riding the seasonal winds to the bustling ports of western India. Places like Badi Gaza or Busiris. On the Malabar coast, by now, the aureus has traveled over 4,000 miles from Rome. In Indian markets, Roman coins are famous. Thousands have been found in hoards across the subcontinent. Local jewelers know exactly what they're looking at. Some coins are punched with holes and turned into jewelry on the spot. Others are carefully cut. The emperor's portrait, powerful, godlike, instantly recognizable, becomes a template for high-status ornaments. But the journey isn't over. From India's eastern coast, goods and ideas sail across the Bay of Bengal. Small ships hug the shores of the Malay Peninsula, slip through the Strait of Malacca, and emerge into the Gulf of Thailand. This is the final leg of the maritime highway that funneled wealth into the Funan Kingdom. Funan wasn't a single country, it was a network of ports and river cities centered on the Mekong Delta. Chinese records describe it as a prosperous hub where merchants from across the Indian Ocean met, traded, and exchanged more than just goods. Ideas, religions, art styles all flowed freely. Our Koh-i-Noor, more likely, its copied image arise. In this world, a local goldsmith in OCEO, perhaps working in a workshop right in the Delta, takes a Roman-style die or a worn original and creates something new. A thick gold pendant with a loop, designed to hang from a noble's neck. The emperor's face, slightly stylized but instantly recognizable, now symbolizes status in a completely different culture. It's no longer money. It's prestige. It's proof that you're connected to the other side of the world. And then, one day, it's lost or deliberately buried in the shifting alluvial soil of the Mekong. Centuries pass. Empires rise and fall. The pendant sleeps until 1944, when Louis Mallory's team brushes away the dirt and brings it back into the light. Similar Roman-style pendants have turned up at other sites in Thailand and Vietnam. Stone molds found at Klung Tom even prove local craftsmen were mass-producing these imitations. The emperor's face had become a fashion statement across Southeast Asia. Think about what this really means. A single Roman coin didn't have to sail the entire route itself. Its image did. One gold piece could inspire copies in India. Those copies could travel further. A craftsman in Vietnam who had never seen Rome, whatever in India, could still create an object that carried the distant echo of an emperor who ruled half a world away. That's the real power of ancient globalization. Not soldiers or armies, but merchants, sailors, jewelers, and dreamers moving goods and ideas along invisible golden threads. The Mediterranean, the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, the South China Sea, they were all one connected system. And a tiny gold pendant found in a Vietnamese rice paddy is living proof. So the next time you look at a map, remember, the ancient world was smaller than you think. Empires rose and fell, but trade kept the lights on. Culture kept traveling, and one emperor's face kept smiling across oceans for centuries. Who knows what else is still buried out there in the Mekong mud? Another pendant, a lost statue, a coin that could rewrite everything we think we know about how connected our ancestors really were. If you love stories like this, real history that feels like an adventure movie, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next journey. We've got maps, deeper dives, and more lost treasures coming your way. Drop a comment. What ancient object do you wish we could trace across the world next? Thanks for traveling with me. See you on the next tide.